We all think we know nursery rhymes, right? They're just those simple little sing-song melodies from when we were kids. But what if I told you they're actually one of the most sophisticated educational tools ever invented? In this explainer, we're going to decode the secret language hidden inside these rhymes. And trust me, you'll see there's a whole world of meaning and purpose hiding in plain sight.
It all starts with a sound that, needs no translation. Whether you hear it as meow or meow, you know exactly what animal that is. And that's really the magic of these rhymes. They build this incredible bridge between a sound and its meaning, a bridge that works across totally different cultures. But how deep does that bridge really go? And what is it actually designed to carry?
Okay, so here's how we're going to figure that out. First, we'll explore their universal soundscape. Then, we'll meet the cast of animal characters. After that, we'll uncover the mini-stories they tell, reveal all the hidden lessons, and finally, we'll ask what all of this means for the future.
So let's start at the very beginning, with the most fundamental building block of any language, sound itself. You see, nursery rhymes are an absolute masterclass in connecting what we hear to what we understand. Now, the key tool for this is something called onomatopoeia. Yeah, it's a fancy word, but it's for a really simple idea. You just make words that sound like the thing they're describing. Think buzz or crash. It's language at its most intuitive, and it's basically the bedrock of these rhymes.
And you can see this in action right here. In some of the Hindi rhymes we looked at, a breaking chair goes chatter-patter, which is basically a crack sound. In the English ones, you get the classic oink from a pig or a roar from a lion. Now, these aren't just funny noises, They are a child's first, absolutely crucial step in learning that sounds have specific, predictable meanings.
Okay, so from sounds, let's move on to the characters who make them. These rhymes are populated by this whole cast of animals. And who gets cast in these roles? Well, it tells us a lot about the world being built in each culture.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting, because you can see a kind of cultural fingerprint. When you analyze the animals, the English rhymes are heavily centered on the farm. But in contrast, the Hindi rhymes, they feature a much more diverse menagerie, pulling from jungles, homes, you name it.
So in the Hindi rhymes, we meet the everyday cat and mouse. But we also run into an elephant king, a clever butterfly, and even a street performer's bear. It's this really broad, eclectic world.
Then you flip over to the English rhymes, like Old MacDonald, and it's a much more structured, pastoral world. The main characters here are the cow, the pig, the horse, the sheep, and the duck. Every animal has its place and its sound right there on the farm. But here's the thing. These characters don't just stand around making noises. They have lives, they have problems, they go on adventures. These rhymes aren't just lists of words, they're complete little bite-sized stories.
Take this Hindi rhyme. It's a full-on medical drama in just 4 lines. You've got a character with a problem, a fever, a clear sequence of events, and a resolution. It's a perfect little narrative that teaches a kid about cause, effect, and hey, maybe you should get help when you're sick.
And then there's this other story about a butterfly who's trying to get somewhere. She can't find a seat on the bus, so the driver offers her a spot next to him. Then a monkey and a rabbit do the same thing. Her response is, well, it's pretty direct.
She actually tells them, "Get lost, scoundrel, my house is nearby." Now, this is not just some cute story about a butterfly. It's the surprisingly sophisticated lesson in assertiveness and, setting personal boundaries.
So what's really crucial here is the contrast in the kinds of stories being told. While an English rhyme like 5 Little Ducks does a brilliant job of teaching counting and the feeling of separation and relief, the Hindi rhyme about the butterfly is teaching a complex social skill.
And all of this brings us to the real heart of it. These elements, the sounds, the characters, the stories, they aren't just for fun. No, they are all components of a powerful, hidden curriculum.
Let's look at a classic. Just think of Ba Ba Black Sheep. Have you ever wondered about this number? In a world of infinite possibilities, why does the sheep have exactly 3 bags of wool?
Exactly. Why 3 bags full? Why not 2 or 10 or just lots of bags? It's because it's not random. It's totally deliberate. It's an incredibly sticky and memorable way to implant the concept of the number 3 right into a child's mind.
And once you start looking for it, this hidden curriculum is everywhere. Rhymes are teaching numeracy, the days of the week, complex social rules, the physics of cause and effect from Humpty Dumpty's Big Fall, and even the practical wisdom of going to a doctor when you have a fever.
So let's just be really clear about this. These aren't just songs. They are finely tuned educational algorithms passed down through generations.
specifically designed to install the fundamental software for cognitive and social development.
All of which, of course, leads to a final, much bigger question. If these simple rhymes have been so effective for so long, what's serving that purpose for us today?
Seriously, think about it. If these melodies are humanity's original educational software, programmed with lessons on everything from math to how to behave, then what are the nursery rhymes of the 21st century? What lessons are they encoding for the future, right now, as we speak? It's definitely a question worth thinking about. Thanks for joining me.